Across the last 4 weeks, I have had 10 martial arts schools come and start working with us. Now, out of those 10 martial arts schools, 5 of them came from another marketing agency. And the reason why they came from that marketing agency was all the exact same reason. Every single one of them that joined us, out of those 5, came to us because they had a problem with one specific thing. And that specific thing was they were having people come to their club, join their club, stay for a set period of time, and then disappear. And they did not know why. They said, this marketing agency, they're doing okay, they're doing all right, I like them, they're nice people. But for some reason, the people that come from them don't stay, and we don't know why. And every single one of these martial arts schools had the same offer. And that offer was, come and try our classes. We're going to charge this price, and you can stay for one of our 4-week courses. You can't even say that. 4-week courses. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with 4-week courses. They can work, and I've got clients that they work really, really well for. But there's one thing that you have to do if you want a 4-week course to work for your martial arts school. You have to do it. Doesn't matter if it's a 4-week course, a 6-week course. It does not matter how long the course is. You have to do this one thing for them to actually work. Now, the big problem, and I'll explain what that is in a moment, but the big problem that a lot of martial arts school owners have when they do 4-week courses is people will come through the door, people will pay if you've got good marketing and you've got good systems in place. Sometimes you launch a 4-week course, you don't even get anyone. But if you do get people and you get 10, 15, 20 people in a class, what happens at the end of the 4-week course? Well, for most martial arts schools, 3 people stay, 4 people stay, maybe 5 people stay. And it feels like you've gone through all of that effort. You've just spent the last 4 weeks advertising a 4-week course. These people have come and done it for 4 weeks. You're 8 weeks later and you've signed up 5 people in 8 weeks. That is insane. You would not be happy if you were marketing in any other way to sign up and keep 5 people. Your club is not growing doing them. And one of my clients who joined us from this other agency said exactly that. He said, I don't want to do courses because my club doesn't grow when I do them. Yes, I get money up front, but the people don't actually stay. And the reason why people don't stay is pretty simple. By doing a 4-week course, you have set the expectation that there is an end time on this thing that they are doing. So in their head, subconsciously, they're coming and doing Thai boxing for 4 weeks. They're coming and doing jiu-jitsu for 4 weeks. And you can do it better. And I'll explain how some of my clients who are smashing it use 4-week courses. But you've set the expectation that at the end of these 4 weeks, it's over. So you're attracting lazy people anyway, because you're attracting people who aren't really doing any levels of fitness at the moment. So in their heads, subconsciously, they're thinking, I'm going to go do this for 4 weeks. I'm going to try something new. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, I've done it. So here's how you fix that. And here's how my clients fix that. When you run a 4-week course, you need to let people know that at the end of the 4-week course, this is just the beginning. So the 4 weeks is just the beginning. We're excited to give you everything that you need to start. But then at the end of this 4 weeks, this is where you have really learned the beginning, the fundamentals for your journey. And you need to set the stage and let them know that this is just the beginning. Now, more importantly than that, you need to let them know that at the end of the 4 weeks, the next payment for their monthly subscription is going to automatically come out. So many martial arts schools sign people up onto a 4-week course, and then at the end of the 4-week course, go back over to those people and start asking them to sign up. So you're selling to them twice. You've signed them up for the 4-week course, and then at the end of the 4-week course, you're going back over to them and you're saying, hey, please, please, please sign up. We'd love for you to join us. They've already joined you. They're in the 4-week course. So what you need to do is when people join, you need to say to them, amazing, thank you for the £59, the £99, £79, whatever you've set the 4-week course or the 8-week course price as. Here's what happens at the end. At the end of the 4 weeks, automatically, you're going to have a payment taken for insert price. We want that price to be the same or less than they've actually paid for the 4-week course, so they feel like they're having a deal. So if I just explain this really simply, we do a 4-week course. The price of that 4-week course is £69. They get one class every single week for £69. On top of that, they also got a pair of free gloves, right? We then let them know that at the end of the 4-week course, they are going to automatically be charged £39 a month or £49 a month or £59 a month, whatever the price is. And that's going to be recurring until you cancel with us. Now, when that payment kicks in, we have a 30-day cancellation fee or whatever your fees are. But the point is that recurring needs to automatically kick in. If they don't want to stay after the 4 weeks, you need to let them know that it's their responsibility to cancel before that next payment is taken. That way, if you sign up 20 people onto a course, a percentage of those people will then opt out of continuing on, which is then going to give you a higher amount of people who are actually staying on. If you bring on 20 people and you try and go and resell to every single one of those people at the end of the 4-week course, you're probably going to keep about 5. And that's the problem with marketing agencies who heavily talk about, we do 4-week courses, we take payment up front, we do this, we do that, we do this. When you get people through the door, those people don't even end up staying. So it's great, but the club doesn't actually grow. We want to flip it on its head. We want to say, yes, we do 4-week courses, but when people come through the door, just so you know, at the end of the 4 weeks, we're going to charge you automatically and it's going to be a monthly payment. If you want to opt out, that's absolutely fine. If you decide this isn't for you, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you let us know before that payment date and then you get the agreement signed. That's how you need to be doing these courses if you want to actually grow your martial arts school. Because the way a lot of martial arts schools are doing courses right now is you're getting 15 people through the door, 20 people through the door, you're working really hard, you're running Facebook ads, you're spending weeks and weeks and weeks promoting it. Those people come through the door, they do the 4 weeks, and then they just fuck off. And if that kind of feels like, what is happening for you right now, then we need to switch it. We need to switch it so it actually kicks in and becomes a recurring monthly fee at the end of it. Even still, for me, I prefer, one free class as the offer. I think it's easy. You get people through the door, sign them up at the end of it. If you do want to do courses, this is how you need to be doing them. You need to have an automatic recurring payment that kicks in after the end of the month. And you need to spend that first month letting people know this is just the beginning. This is not a completed journey. At the end of the 4 weeks, you're not going to have a bloody black belt. You haven't completed martial arts. You've started it, and this is the start of your journey. Too many people, as I said, they're launching 4-week courses, which is fine, but they're making it feel like the 4 weeks is the finality. Awesome. That's everything for this video. Look, I've got one really quick question to ask for you. Do you know any martial arts school owners who you think videos like this would serve well because they're struggling when it comes to growing their club? If you do, I make these videos completely for free. Just share this video with them. Share it to your feed, share it to your Instagram, share it directly to the person who you think it would help. I make these videos specifically to help martial arts school owners completely for free. So if you know any martial arts school owners who you think this would help, send it over to them.